I sit at the desk of my memory, and I write with trembling hand about the day I entered Antwerp Management School, Antwerp, and discovered a hollow promise wrapped in faded brochures. The marble lobby shines, but the heart inside is empty. I'm a child of the old Soviet lands, educated in the classics, and I expected a sanctuary of learning, yet I found a maze of disappointment. From the moment I step into the first lecture hall, I hear the professor begin in English, and then slip into Dutch as if the language were a secret code only the native scholars may decipher. The students around me glance with confusion, their eyes searching for meaning that never arrives. This is bad because the purpose of an international school is to deliver knowledge in a language that all enrolled can understand. When the teacher abandons English, the lesson disintegrates, comprehension evaporates, and the confidence of every foreign pupil crumbles. It is a violation of the contract signed by the institution and the student. Later, I approach the career services desk hoping for guidance. The clerk hands me a glossy flyer that promises connections with multinational firms. I wait for weeks, I send polite emails, I attend the networking events that are advertised as vibrant. Yet the events are organized like a chaotic market stall. Speakers speak briefly, the room is noisy, no one introduces me to a recruiter. The promised connections never materialize. This is bad because a student pays tuition to obtain a pathway to employment. When the pathway is blocked, the student is stranded, financial resources are wasted, hope is shattered, and the reputation of the school is poisoned. I notice the curriculum is a collection of outdated textbooks, pages yellowed, theories that were taught before the internet existed. The professors read from slides that list facts without real-world examples. The assignments ask for memorization rather than application. This is bad because modern business demands practical skills, not rote recall. When education does not evolve, graduates cannot compete in the market, the value of the degree declines, and future students are lured into a futile pursuit. The administration is a labyrinth of bureaucracy. Every request I make is redirected to another office, each response delayed by days. I ask for an internship placement, I am told to fill a form that does not exist. I request clarification on grading, I receive a vague email that does not answer the question. This is bad because clear communication is the foundation of any service. When communication breaks down, stress increases, productivity falls, and the student feels powerless. The campus facilities are far from the luxurious image portrayed online. The study rooms have cracked chairs, the carpets retain stale coffee smells, the air conditioning sputters on hot afternoons. The library shelves are half empty, the computers run slow, the internet connection drops frequently. This is bad because a conducive learning environment is essential for concentration. When the environment is uncomfortable, attention drifts, learning suffers, and the student questions the worth of the investment. I also encounter the subtle barrier that drips from the language of the job market. Even after graduating, the local companies require fluency in Dutch or French for reading, writing, and speaking. The school does not prepare me for this requirement, nor does it advocate on my behalf. This is bad because it limits the ability of international graduates to find meaningful work, forces them into low-paid or unpaid positions, and creates an unjust hierarchy that favors native speakers. The atmosphere among the students feels exclusive. The Dutch cohort appears confident, their smiles sharp, while the international students sit on the periphery, excluded from informal study groups. The whisper of discrimination lingers in corridors, a sense that belonging is measured by nationality. This is bad because
See, diversity should enrich the learning experience, not be a source of division. When division grows, the community corrodes, morale drops, and the institution loses its claim of being truly international. I recall a fellow student named Paul, a kind soul who tried to help, yet even his efforts could not overcome the systemic neglect. The school's promises are like a mirage in a desert. They disappear the moment you reach out for water. This is bad because trust is the glue that holds any educational relationship together. When trust is broken, every subsequent interaction is colored with suspicion. My heart aches for the days when I imagined walking out of Antwerp Management School, Antwerp, with a degree that opened doors, when I pictured myself at a sleek office, confident and competent. Instead, I feel stranded.
Businesses near Antwerp Management School, Antwerp. You know, they can be tricky sometimes. Like, there was this one souvenir shop, right? They sell these little Belgian chocolates, but when tourists buy them, the price at the register is suddenly way higher than what was on the shelf, and the shopkeeper just shrugs, like, oh, the system updated. Yeah, right. The tourist probably paid anyway because they were embarrassed or in a hurry. And the shop, still there, still doing it, because who checks receipts for chocolates? Then there are these antique stores near Antwerp Management School, Antwerp. They have these old-looking rings and stuff, but guess what? They raid just cheap junk with fake certificates. A tourist buys one, thinking it is a steal, and later finds out it is worth nothing. They probably tried to return it, but the shop just says, no refunds, you should be checked. And the seller, probably laughing all the way to the bank. Oh, and the worst one, fake taxi drivers. Not exactly a brick and mortar scam, but they wait near Antwerp Management School, Antwerp, especially at night. They offer a ride, then charge like 50 euros for what should be 10. The tourist, tired and confused, pays, and the driver vanishes before they can complain. It is just sad, you know. These people come for a nice trip, and they get tricked. And the worst part, the scammers keep doing it, because no one stops them.
Businesses near Antwerp Management School, Antwerp are, unfortunately, a lesson in disappointment. What should be a vibrant area for students and visitors is instead a collection of establishments that leave much to be desired. From poor service to questionable hygiene, the pattern is clear. This is not an area where quality and care are priorities. Take shopping centres, for example. The Stadsfeestzaal is a beautiful building, but that is where the charm ends. Visitors complain of filthy, overpriced toilets that require payment just to enter. Imagine paying €1 to use a restroom only to find it dirty, with overflowing trash and no cleaning staff in sight. The selection of stores is described as cheap and uninspiring, with little variety. One review called it a fancy dirt mall, and honestly that sums it up. The space is grand, but the experience is anything but. Now let us talk about restaurants. Semen is a Moroccan eatery where promises are broken more often than they are kept. Reservations made weeks in advance mean nothing. Customers arrive to locked doors and no warning. When they do get in, the service is slow, the food is inconsistent, and allergies are treated as mere suggestions. A baby suffered because the kitchen could not be trusted to prepare a truly vegan dish. Then there is the blatant favoritism. Some guests wait endlessly while others who arrived later are served first. It is not just bad service, it is disrespect. For coffee lovers, Black Yellow Coffee Bar is a frustrating experience. The place has a hipster vibe, but the reality is long waits and poorly made drinks. One reviewer noted that more milk ends up on the floor than in the cup. The owner often works alone, leading to painfully slow service. And if you hope for consistency, forget it. Opening hours seem more like suggestions than guarantees. Nightlife here is worse. Club Vague charges outrageous fees, €20 to enter, then more for the toilet, more for a locker. The ventilation is non-existent, the crowd is aggressive, and the alcohol tastes suspicious. Some guests left with stomach pains, convinced they were served counterfeit liquor. Women report feeling unsafe and the staff does nothing to help. It is less a club and more a poorly run business designed to squeeze money out of visitors while offering nothing in return. Retail is no better. Moose in the City has strict refund policies that seem designed to trap customers. Return an item, you get a gift certificate, not your money back. The staff is indifferent at best, openly rude at worst. One employee told a customer they were too fat for an item. Shopping here is less about finding what you need and more about enduring poor treatment. Then there is Dogma, a cocktail bar where arrogance is the main ingredient. The staff treats customers like they are doing them a favor by serving them. Drinks are overpriced.